Hi guys, this video is going to be for my sun, moon, rising Aries for the month of March. What you guys are looking at here is the energy you guys can expect to be feeling walking into the month of March. So we're going to update these transits as we get to it. All right. March 1st, Venus goes retrograde in Aries in 10 degrees. So what does this mean? And in your first house. So when Venus goes retrograde, the fact that it's happening in your first house, I feel like there's going to be a redo, rethinking when it comes to literally you guys, because it's going to connect to your confidence. You guys may be, for instance, trying to get a new job. You guys may be trying to work up the courage to get a job that you really want. Or maybe ask for that pay raise you believe you deserve. I feel like when Venus is in retrograde, this is more of like an introspection, trying to build yourself up to do whatever it is you need to do. For some of you, this could be investing money into, I want to say, something that involves your body. For some of you, it could be a gym. It could definitely be something like this. But I'm really going towards right now, I want to say possibly your looks. So this could be makeup, this could be a hairdo, it could be a haircut, hair color, hairstyle, things of that nature. Just be careful for those of you that are considering literally like something such as plastic surgery, only because of that retrograde. It's either because, just don't do it. Do not, with the retrograde in the first house, I would recommend not doing it. It may not go the way you want it to. I'm going to leave that there. So what I channeled for the collective in general with Venus being in retrograde, what do you guys really want? So I think this is what you guys are going to be thinking of, but mainly about yourself. So again, I think this is definitely going to be connecting to your wallet, your money. What do you guys value about yourselves? Do I think this is going to be connecting to relationships? Definitely, for sure, of course, Venus, love. But I think for most Aries or sun, moon, rising Aries, it's going to be more about like, what do you want when it comes to love, romance, dating? What do you guys expect? Because with Lilith and Libra in that 7th house of relationships, committed partnerships, it's telling me that there could be some anger around this. What have you guys learned from past relationships that you guys are basically committed to keeping, like not redoing again? So yeah, we'll go back to that one for sure. What else do I want to say? Spiritual growth when it comes to your confidence on the topic of romance and knowing what you won't put up with and what you deserve. A change is taking place, or knowing there is a need for an inner change, but this feels like you're going back to something left unfinished. So retrogrades in general, these are redos, a review, going back to something. Revisiting something so you can make it better is what I want to say. So for those of you that are wondering, like, is the ex going to come back? There's a good possibility. Yeah, for sure. Definitely. Again, we'll go back to that later on. A change is taking place, or knowing there's an, oh, I just said that, sorry. The energy feels like, how do I get to where I want to go? Trying to figure out a plan, but not much action. And this is due to out of protection for yourself. So especially since Mars is the ruler of Aries and it's in Cancer, the 4th house, it's like you guys want to feel safe. So you don't want to make any quick moves. You don't want to be too hasty, especially if it does connect to your money or love, romance. It's like you don't want to make a mistake is what I get. I see a little birdie writing, so this feels like journaling, and again, not much action. All right. March 2nd, Mercury in Pisces in your 12th house will be conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 12th house. So when two planets are sitting next to each other, this is basically going to, you're going to feel this energy. You're going to feel both of them at the same time. It's going to be intense. So when I think of Mercury and Neptune, Mercury is your thoughts, communication, and Neptune can be either illusions or intuition. So, and also your daydreams can be psychic downloads. It could be escapism. Think Hollywood energy. This could also be traveling far distance, so you could be thinking about traveling. So I think you guys may be thinking about, I want to say this, for you guys, how this could be manifesting, because it's literally in the 12th house. This is the hidden house. I don't believe that there's a good chance this may not manifest outward. For some of you, I think you guys may just be thinking of the things that you want to do, but you may not actually do them. That's what I want to say. Mercury rules Gemini, your 3rd house, and it also rules your 6th house. So for a lot of you, I think this is going to be thinking about what it is you want to do for work. Again, because of that Venus being in retrograde, especially with that South Node in Virgo in your 6th house. For some of you, it's talking about the daily regimen, your schedule, your routine. Something's got to, there's got to be a switch up physically. So yeah, Venus in retrograde in the 1st house, the body. You guys may be feeling your body intuitively talking to you. Mercury conjunct Neptune in the 12th house. You're getting intuitive hits from your spirit guides, angels, whatever it is you guys believe in, source, universe. And, or it could just depend on your personal natal placements where you know, because I have a lot of clients where it's like, I see when I'm channeling their body is purple, meaning like they can feel things before they actually happen, or they just get these intuitive nudges that like something is wrong physically and they need to start doing something because of their health, whatever the reason may be. So I feel like for a lot of you Aries out there, you guys may feel like you need to start taking better care of your body, whether this is eating better, or maybe start healing something if you guys have been like blocking things out and not actually dealing with it. Because I feel like with 12th house placements, it's like maybe therapy, you know. Maybe we need to start vocalizing, talking things out in order to better understand the mind, so you can actually get to the places you want to go. Because it's like you may understand certain things surface level, but you may not understand like on a deeper level why you can't achieve the things you want to achieve. You know what I mean? So that's just food for thought. What else do I think? So yeah, getting back to work, I think with the South Node being in the 6th house, it's either you're tired of the same old thing or there's difficulty at work. You're sensing... Okay. You may feel like things are not, sorry, because I'm hearing something right now. So things may not be, you may be in touch with the dream that you actually want when it comes to work, more so because of everything that's going on in Pisces energy. So you may just want to go for that. You may feel, especially because the North Node in Pisces, like, this is the time, you know, like this is my time. And I think for a lot of Aries it really is. So you just got to start putting the energy into those things. All right, so this is what I channeled for the collective. Traveling far distance places, out of the country, near water, daydreamer, trouble focusing, where did the time go, escapism, big time. I don't know about you guys, but big time. Conversations about non-tangible things, spirituality, religion, a belief system, or talking about traveling, or planning a trip, or talking to people who don't live close to you, or who speak another language, or who are a different culture. And also now I'm thinking about it too, I think with this transit, for like people who aren't into stuff like this, I feel like this would be like mindless scrolling on the phone for sure. Seeing psychics, astrologers, writing a book, a movie, journaling, reflecting, watching a movie, talking while escaping, meaning like drinking. Because it's in 28 degrees, I feel like a lot of you would be thinking about the mother and trying to heal something. Okay, so that same day, March 2nd, Sun in Pisces in your 12th house will be squaring Jupiter in Gemini in your 3rd house. So what do I think this means? So the Sun, if this is literally like self-expression, you guys, if it's happiness, confidence, and it's squaring Jupiter, a square is a block, tension, a holdup, more time is required, friction. And Jupiter is whatever it touches, it expands upon. It's wisdom, it's optimism, it's laughing, it's learning, it's teacher energy, it's spirituality, it's some type of belief system, it's dogmatic. Then I believe this means you guys would literally, it's literally gonna manifest one of two ways. It's either you're gonna feel so confident about the knowledge that you know that you are going to just push people's boundaries, and this could be your own boundaries, honestly. So if Jupiter, the 3rd house, is talking about communication or your friends or learning, then I feel like you guys may want to be visible with the Sun. You guys may want to put the things out there that you know, because if it's in the 12th house, you guys may have been not so present or like not so visible. You guys may have been like experiencing loner energy, maybe even depression for some of you, or not so confident. That's also what I think of with the Sun in the 12th house. Just, you know, I just don't think so public is what I think. You may, well, really, it could be secrets, but more so it's just, you're not feeling social, okay? And I feel like on this day, for some of you, you will feel social. I think for some of you, you're gonna feel way too social, you know, and you won't be able to pick up on social cues. And you may want to express information you know. Because it's in Jupiter, you may come off preachy. You may come off that your way is the best way. You may come off as a know-it-all. Honestly, when Jupiter goes too hard at something, it comes off delusional. It really does. And when it's talking to the Sun, this is traditionally Leo energy. So it's like, it depends what you're trying to do around this time frame. If you're trying to go really big with something, if you need that delusional energy, this may be able to help you out. But if you're trying to do something serious on this day, then I would say you gotta pump the brakes, slow down, try to be present in the moment, be conscious of what it is you're talking about. So for example, what topics do you feel like are appropriate? Who is your audience? Probably religion, spirituality. You probably don't want to talk about these things. Even though Jupiter is an immutable sign in Gemini, it's like, it's squaring the 12th house Pisces. So I feel like there may be topics around this time frame that come up that may not be, that may be hard to grasp for some people, that like break people's dreams or like make people feel down. You may say things that make people feel sad or depressed, or people may not want to hear what you have to say, but you may have trouble seeing this and you may keep it going. Also, another thing I think of too is like Jupiter, I feel like doesn't like to be told no. So it's like if it's feeling like friction, it wants to kind of like push boundaries in a sense, and in order to feel good about itself, the Sun. So I think of Jupiter trying to get to the Sun. So just make sure like you hear people clearly on this day, because I feel like this is when you tell the guy no at the bar, but he doesn't go away, and it's like, oh my God, guy, I no, no. And yeah, this could be that, or it would manifest as depression, sadness, and I would want to remind you guys that it's just a transit, it's temporary, it's not long term, okay? Anything else I want to say to that? The Sun rules Leo in your 5th house. childlike expression. So for example, a lot of people don't like loud energy, right? This is like, especially what's going on in somebody else's natal chart. If they got a lot of earth energy, they may think like, this is inappropriate. This is not the time. Don't you know how to act your age? Blah, 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 you know? And I mean, you guys may be in Aries that's like this too. It really depends what's going on in your chart. But this type of energy would be too loud. It could manifest that way. Or it would be like too like loud thoughts in the head. What else? Jupiter rules the 9th house. Juno's there, soulmate energy. There's Mercury in the 12th house. South Node in Virgo. Yeah, I just think for some of you guys, you would be thinking some of you would just want to be alone and not socialize. That's where I'm going to leave it because of X, Y, and Z, whatever's going on in your mind that day. Okay, so cue the background noise. My apologies. And so yeah, feeling super confident is what I channeled for the collective for some of you guys, but not really seeing things as they really are, but more so seeing them the way that makes you feel really good. Meaning you may be gaslighting yourself. I think as long as you don't lead people on with your words or push people's boundaries by the topics you choose to engage in, potentially in a belief system, this is fine. But the problem is, will you be able to see this? Either feeling really confident, happy, lucky, optimistic, or the complete and total opposite. Before you go out and potentially gamble on this day, ask yourself the following: what are you risking by doing this, and should you? Having fun is great, but the consequences may not make it worth it. That's another thing. I think because the sun rules Leo and Jupiter rules Sagittarius traditionally, there is a chance you guys may want to gamble, like either literally or just, you know, risk something, because it's like you're feeling, again, overly optimistic, and just like make sure that, just really make sure, that's all. Difficulty seeing or understanding something clearly. Let's see, anything else? Feeling blocked or keeping people out. You may want to, in conversation, express the knowledge you feel confident about, and that's fine. Just make sure it's not too preachy. You don't want to go overboard here. Everyone loves a confident person who has everyone's attention, but try to make sure it's on a topic everyone feels comfortable about. Understand other people's boundaries in every literal sense. Try to really pay attention, because if you are feeling really good around this transit, you may not see the no. And that's the problem too. I feel like with this transit, for some of you, you guys may be like under the influence or escaping. So you really may have difficulty seeing what's going on. I want to say this in the nicest way possible, but if you experience the nice version of this energy, enjoy it. Yeah, as long as you're not hurting anybody, enjoy it. If you're enjoying the delusion of the optimistic energy, go for it. I think another one I'm seeing too is for a lot of you either having big hope or like lack in hope, like lack in faith and hope is what I'm trying to say in regards to what it is you guys can manifest in your life. All right, so Mercury enters Aries in your first house. What do I think this means for you guys? I think you guys will be thinking about yourselves. What else is new, as everyone else would say? So I think you guys would be, no, I really do think you guys would be thinking about yourselves. I think for a lot of you, again, there's a big redo when it comes to work. There's some type of strategy. For some of you, it's either advertising. For some of you, it's learning something new in order to achieve. The reason I'm talking about these placements, it's because these things, Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. So this is your third house and your sixth house. Sixth house is work. Again, the South Node is there. The South Node tells us that something's up over here, but the South Node helps us get to the North Node. The South Node is like a past life resume, I feel like, with all your past life energy wrapped into one. And so with the South Node being in the 6th house, the place of work, something may be going on that just basically brings you to this point where you're feeling like you got to, either you deserve better or you want more. You're motivated right now to act on your feelings because Mars, the ruler of Aries, is currently in your 4th house, Cancer. So for some of you, this is definitely talking about moving. This is definitely talking about literally, yeah, for some of you traveling, but I'm getting moving. Especially with Venus, with money, Mercury, traveling, Mars in the 4th house of home. This could be affecting your daily regimen with that South Node in your 6th house. Something could be up with home. But then again, going back to work, I think you guys just want to have like emotional fulfillment. There could be some type of inner turmoil right now. Same thing is kind of going on with, I think, relationships for you guys to a certain point. I think conversations, I just don't feel like relationships would be going your way, going the way you want with that Lilith and Libra. And again, it would be intentional. It's not to get you to this point of thinking like, you know, oh, I can't do relationships, I can't stand, you know, this person, that person, whatever. It's just more about like, again, the scene from The Notebook. Oh, I don't think I said it in this video, but like, what do you want? What do you really want? Like, that's the point. Because with Lilith being in Libra, this is basically being angry about the injustice of things not being fair in relationships. But in general, things are really never fair if you think about it, right? But it's all about compromising. So maybe you've experienced something more specifically when it comes to Lilith being in Libra in the 7th house, because it's like it's really hitting you guys like head on. So there should be something to that for you guys, especially because it's like Mercury would be not necessarily opposing it directly, but it's still going to take on that energy where it's like Mercury is opposing your 7th house. So I think you guys are just going for, again, sticking to the dream of what it is you guys want and going to try to make it a reality. Anything else I want to add to that? No. With Jupiter and Gemini, for some of you, I guess this is definitely learning about what else is out there when it comes to jobs or moving. Definitely learning is going on. So what I channel for the collective with Mercury entering Aries, conversations about yourself, trying to think before you speak because you may regret how you said what you said, not that you said it. Yeah, definitely. I don't know about you guys. I don't know. I don't regret anything I've ever said. Not one damn thing. I just regret how I said what I said. I know how it sounds, but I know Aries energy and we're pretty straightforward. I think I've only met a few fake Aries and yeah, I don't know. Anyway, a dirty mind, yes, for sure. Yeah. So for those of you who are hooking up, who are in a relationship, who, you know, whatever, you have somebody else, I think this would, I feel like you guys would be, never mind, I'm not even going to go there. Anyway, arguments in your head with yourself, yeah, for sure, because Mars, again, is the ruler of Aries. So if Mercury is in Aries, I mean, yeah, there's going to be mental conflicts for sure, meaning like conversations in your head where it's like, did I do this? Why didn't I do that? I know better than that. Oh my God, I hate when I do this to myself. You know that, you know, we're literally our own worst critic for sure. What else? Arguments in your head with yourself. Okay. For those that are on the dating apps, talking to multiple people, slowed down due to Venus and Aries being in retrograde and Mars, the ruler of Aries, being in Cancer. So Aries in general is a very intuitive energy. I feel like I'm always going to say it. I feel like nobody really, I mean, some people do talk about it. They do. But we're coming from Pisces. So it's like our bodies usually are very in tune with what's going on. It's a matter of, do we want to believe what it is we're feeling? Usually we don't, right? We want to go with our heart because we're passionate people. So the heart usually overrides the mind for us because we're fighting demons over here, right? Anyway, so I do think for a lot of us, I think for a lot of us who are currently dating, I would never tell you guys, number one, to allow astrology to dictate your life. For those of you that are like, I'm not going to begin dating while Venus is in retrograde. Okay, whatever. Unless you see something really, really bad like happening that says, don't do this, then I get it, because you can see that in astrology. But Venus going retrograde doesn't necessarily mean that that's what's going to happen. It could be more so about your money, your health. It could be another focus. It's not necessarily all these things. That's why I'm saying I wouldn't tell you guys that. What I would tell you though is to slow down, because Aries likes to go fast. But then it's like the fire burns out, you know? So just take it slow. I do think for those of you that are dating, yeah, there's the potential for people to, you know, reach back out, especially because Mercury's in Aries now, right? And so is Venus. And the South Node, which speaks of the past, is in the 6th house in Virgo. I know it's in Virgo and it's the 6th house, daily regimens work, but it's still the past. And Mercury rules Virgo. So I just think there's something to that. I think more so for a lot of you, this is talking about a redo, again, with work, an old idea you had. Probably connecting to money or connecting to a different job. Something that you want to do. But for a lot of you, it's going to be maybe for some of you guys, it was somebody you worked with. Yeah. Anyway. What else? For some of the collective, I'm seeing something specific about the male regarding this transit. Yeah. I don't know what that was, but I saw it, so I'm going to say it. So it makes sense to me, right? What else? Knowing something is coming your way. Retrogrades. Arguments with the mother or home. Yeah, Mars in Cancer in the 4th house makes sense. Venus in Aries in retrograde. Some of you may be moving during this time. All right, yep. All right, so March 5th, Mercury in Aries in your 1st house will be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. A sextile talks about the potential. It talks about blessings if you put work or energy into this. Otherwise, it's just an energy that sits there. So it's up to you guys with free will to manifest this. So you guys could potentially, I'm just going to look at this. Let's see. Mercury and Pluto. Oh, the first thing that comes to my mind, transforming the mind. Communicating on the internet, communicating to friends, having deep conversations with friends, or clients for those of you that have businesses, that are entrepreneurs. What else? Conversations about sex. I know it's not Mars, but Mercury in Aries is pretty much... Anyway. What else? Learning something new on the internet, which is transforming your mind. Spending money on yourselves on the internet. Possibly spending money on friends. People spending money on you? Anything else I want to say? Let's just go here and then I'll start getting to it again. Oh, wait. Mercury sextile Pluto. For some of you, this could definitely be talking about spending money when it comes to moving. Conversations with the mother. That could be transformative. Okay, anyway. All right, changing the way you speak. That's another one. Putting efforts into friendships or putting effort into humanitarian things. Transforming your own mind or learning how to do this on the internet for yourself, or just learning something new, possibly related to some type of activity. I also think of something very psychological too, because it's Mercury and Pluto. Pluto is very transformative, a death, rebirth type of energy. I also think of secrets with Pluto and Mercury. So I think for those of you, this could be something you're just keeping to yourself. Traveling, becoming a powerful leader, speaker, conversations about sex or just passionate conversations. Learning how to become powerful on social media in order to increase your money. Transformative conversations, conversations where you're giving advice to your friends or clients. Anything else I want to say to this? Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. You could be talking about the past. You could be putting yourself out there when it comes to resumes, definitely when it comes to the job. For some of you who are trying to heal, because the 6th house talks about the place, like the house of healing, this could be where you guys are looking. Let's say it's like an online thing where, what do they do? Like, you know, a group's, oh, my hair, like an online, I don't know, I'm just gonna make something up right now, yoga session, or just something that would be very healing for you and your body, and you're technically meeting up with other people but on the internet. All right, anything else to that? Minds could want to honestly, it's just the same things, just using different words that connect. No, it's not worth it. All right, March 8th, Sun in Pisces in the 12th house, trines Mars in Cancer in your 4th house. So a trine is a blessing. It's an energy that comes naturally to you. You may not even realize it. It's pretty much like a gift you have. Or literally somebody gives you something. So it's a gift. It's a blessing. Nonetheless. So sometimes, because this comes so easy to us or natural, we get lazy in this area, or we take these things for granted. Ooh, wow. Anyway, so with the Sun and Mars talking to each other, and it's your 12th and your 4th, first of all, dreams, you guys would be having, getting like psychic hits, future dreams, future predictions, I feel like, in your dreams for sure. But overall, I feel like you guys would have the energy, the motivation to take action on something you've been maybe procrastinating. If you guys are doing things on this day, you would be very in tune, very intuitive. Just based on body language alone, you would know what's going on. You would see what's like below the surface. You could see through people's words. For some of you, there could be conversations with the father. I know Mercury isn't involved here, but with the Sun and Mars, I just think of something here. Physical action, just manifesting externally. Physical action. So for those of you, like I said, who have been procrastinating or wanting to do a workout, it's like you would be more prone to do it around this time frame. All right, let's move on. So what did I channel for the collective? Motivated to take action, being confident, feeling like you may be blocked from achieving something, but it doesn't stop you. Now, the only reason I'm going there about feeling blocked is because Saturn is in Pisces. That's what I was channeling. So for some of you, it's like, because it's such a positive transit, I don't feel like you guys would feel like bitter about not being able to fully achieve something that some of you may be going after on this day. I feel like it would end in an optimistic way. Like, I could still do this. I could still get X, Y, Z. It just may not be today. Maybe prolonged, something like that. And that's because Saturn is in Pisces in the 12th house. Conflicts may come easily, but the energy is try again, never give up if things don't go as planned. So conflicts, that's because Mars is, the god of war. So even though Mars is definitely creating this motivation type of energy to take action, to achieve, to go, it may also make conflicts more, it may create conflicts as well. Because if you think about like the people who are doing things with their life, creates issues, right? Having faith as well. Oh, having faith in general, as well as in yourself. So it's like you guys would feel motivated by spirit because the sun is in Pisces in the 12th house. So it's like you would be connected to the divine or whatever it is you believe in. And it's like they would be like, you can do it. And you'd be like, yeah, I know I can. So yes, you would be connected to having faith that something is speaking to you, and then you would just be confident in yourself. And then I already said being able to see through people's words. All right, anything else I want to add to that? Mars rules Aries, your first house. The sun rules your 5th house in Leo. I just get like physical vitality, energy, childlike expression, feeling like the world is yours. Conquer it. Okay, March 11th, Mercury in Aries in your first house will be conjunct Venus in Aries in retrograde at 8 degrees. Now, 8 degrees, the reason I'm mentioning this is a Scorpio degree, which means you guys will be in tune with some, I want to say, if anyone's pulling some unevolved Scorpio energy, you guys would be in tune with it, like manipulation, power dynamics, for sure. Especially because Venus is in retrograde, right? So if like you guys deal with like the case of the ex, it's like you would know damn well if they're up to no good. All right, so now if this is the evolved, if this is the evolved version of Scorpio, then I feel like this could potentially be the positive energy, which is talking money, honey. Venus is in retrograde, so it could just be positive ideas about money that you're having and literally feeling motivated because of that sun trine Mars. Even though it was on the 8th and this is going to be on the 11th. Scorpio energy is also sex. It's magnetic. It's transformative. It's deep. It's, two souls merging type of energy. It's also like, tell me the truth or get out of my face. Okay, so energy, well, I guess let's just go to the chart. Venus conjunct Mercury. So Venus rules your 2nd house and your 7th house. All right, so where do I go first? Let's go with money. Let's go with the money. So I think a lot of you guys would be having, for those of you who have been putting yourselves out there, resumes, social networking, I think you may be hearing from people back on this day and you guys would be trying to negotiate money. So there would be like, those conversations where, show me your cards. No, you show me yours first, So it's like, again, Venus in retrograde in your 1st house. What is your self-worth? You may really need the money and you may be like, but I know my fucking worth. So yeah, the universe is definitely testing you for sure. I'm just like, sorry, I'm like thinking to myself, like, what do I want to tell you guys? Nothing. I'm going to move on. So, no, it really depends on how bad you need money. I mean, can you just do a side job in the meantime? I mean, I've worked my ass off, and then I've gone back to work while owning a business. Like, I don't know. I have pride, but I really don't as well. So I don't know. And I feel like every Aries is different. My dad's an Aries, and it's like, this could manifest differently for all of you. I would say stick to it. If you really know your worth and whatever it is you have to offer, just apply common sense as to what type of job it is you're applying for. If it's not this, then I feel like this could be conversations about, or thoughts. It could be thoughts just about money. Should you have that conversation with your boss about an increase? Yeah, yeah, you should. Definitely. And then that's like the time of truth, 8 degrees. Like, are they willing to pay you what you're worth? Maybe not because of, outside circumstances, but then is that is that your time then to go after what it is you really want to do? Maybe there's a company you really want to work for. Do you want to work for yourself? That's what I think. But again, apply common sense. What else? With Uranus ruling Aquarius in that 11th house, but Uranus being in your wallet, second house, money, I think you guys are definitely meant to come into your power with Pluto being in Aquarius in that 11th house when it comes to money right now. Because Uranus is about to leave Taurus soon. So it's like, tick tock, tick tock. What are you guys gonna do? What else? No, that's it for work. I think it's pretty straightforward. When it comes to love, pretty much the same thing. What's your worth? Because Taurus second house is also talking about what do you value? What do you value? So I think the problem with Taurus energy is it doesn't like to let go because it's literally on the same axis, the same block, same street as Scorpio. It has this energy of what it loves, it owns. Like, it feels like it literally owns this energy. And so my point to saying all this is whatever time it invests into, it doesn't want to let go. You guys may like unconsciously have this energy as you guys get older as Aries. I think when we're younger, we don't give a shit. But as we get older, there's definitely something to this. And it's like, we're Aries for a reason. Like, we're meant to be that way when it comes to stability with like, it's such a fine line. We're meant to be that way when it makes sense. But if you're unhappy and you're not getting what it is you want, then you're meant to be Aries. Like, you're meant to go for the dream. You're meant to go for what you want. And I'll leave it there. So if you guys don't feel like you're getting what it is you want when it comes to relationships, connections, friendships, partnerships, do a redo. Switch it up. That's why Pluto's in Aquarius in your 11th house. Change how you make... Transform the dream, because 11th house can talk about your deepest dreams and desires. And this is connecting to what it is you guys value. You guys may not want to let go of the dream. Deep talk. All right. What did I channel for the collective? Talk dirty. Talk money. Talk real or talk nothing at all. Love, money, self-worth, or being an entrepreneur on the mind, or actual conversations about these topics. These would be old topics that are coming back up. People will want in on your energy, meaning they'll want to talk to you, and for some, they may want to sleep with you. Sexual thoughts, a reinvention, revisiting old ideas on your physical appearance, and potentially wanting to switch it up. This may have to do with your clothes, hair, makeup, or style. I know I said it before, but yeah, this could manifest that way too for some of you. So for those of you who are in a relationship, who are happy, who are making great money, good for you. No, I'm just kidding. I forget that you guys exist. That's so cool. No, I'm just kidding. But Mercury conjunct Venus for you guys could be talking about thoughts about transforming your looks. Again, highly recommend wait till Venus goes direct before doing any like surgeries, for sure. With that being in your first house, Lilith being in Libra. Libra's talking about beauty, and there may be anger. That's all I'm going to say. Reschedule an appointment if this is you. What else? Sexual thoughts. I said this. Okay, your mind will be transforming for the better, meaning if you believe you know everything already, you'll be realizing there is more to learn. People from the past wanting to talk. Again, I think Mercury conjunct Venus and retrograde is definitely you guys doing like positive self-affirmations, you know, like I love myself, I am powerful, I am this, I am that. Like people always try to make us feel bad for loving ourselves. What the fuck is this? I literally remember being 12 years old, and it took me forever and I feel like this is so sad, but like it took me forever to actually like myself, because I went up and down with my weight as a kid. And then finally, like, I don't know, I was, I guess, a good weight, whatever. And I bought one of those things where it said, I love me. And so I thought like back then when I was 12, like, this is so cool. Like, I love me. And this fucking asshole, he was like, first off, an adult. He was like, had to be early 20s, mid 20s. And he saw that and he goes, you love yourself? Like disgusted that first off, like, I mean, first of all, this is like so wrong. Like I'm a child. What the fuck is going on here with the world? But I feel like this is, we have these stories as Aries, and it's like, second of all, what's wrong with loving yourself? Like, I don't understand, or even broadcasting it or putting it out there. I notice people who like love themselves, even if they come off as delusional, those people manifest the best fucking things in life. Always. And that's why other people are bitter and mad at them. So listen, Venus conjunct Mercury retrograde, I feel like that's how it's going to manifest for some of you guys out there. You guys just may have some difficulty with it because Mars in Cancer is messing it up. This is not our typical Venus and Aries energy. It's not. But whatever, it's all happening for our highest good, right? So March 12th, Sun in Pisces in the 12th house will be conjunct Saturn in Pisces in the 12th house in 22 degrees. This even like further like confirms it for me with the Sun, our vitality, our self-expression, confidence being in the 12th house, a hidden house. A lot of us are really going to be trying to push ourselves to believe. Okay, so as I was saying, so Sun and Saturn are going to be sitting next to each other in the 12th house at 22 degrees. Boo. It's good. It is good. Because for those of you, again, that have been like not practical or like procrastinating, this will be the time where you'll be more realistic. You will be able to come up with some type of plan. You'll be able to see the dream, the vision in a more realistic way, is how I want to say it. You can make it make sense. That's all. It's not really a downer to me because of how it's placed. Even though Saturn talks about restrictions, boundaries, it's more like when it's talking to the Sun this way in the 12th house, like, hey, I see your vision, I'm with you on this, but let's make it a reality. That's how I see this. So for a lot of you, I feel like this would be talking about your career or how you're seen publicly, because 22 degrees does talk about Capricorn energy. Capricorn energy does talk about success, achievement, status. It cares about those things. It cares about hard work. And if the Sun is talking about your self-expression or being seen for something, then I feel like Saturn is going to try to help you achieve this, but practically. So I think for a lot of you that are having trouble with your confidence, I think this will actually help you. I think it'll be realistic. I think this will help you have faith. I just do. What else do I think? Anything else I want to add to that? For some of you, you may be talking to your dad on this day. You may be taking your health more seriously. All right, let's go here. Being responsible and taking yourself seriously. Doing what needs to be done. Discipline. Being seen for work. Being seen for creativity. So, yeah, I think you guys, for some of you, I think you would be seen for creativity or just something regarding work. Or for those of you putting in the work in order to be seen. Being connected to your higher self, definitely. Being able to connect to the divine, your angels, your spirit guides on this day, meaning being able to see things very clearly as they are. Now, here's the problem, what I notice about this, when people experience this type of energy, they usually don't like what they see, because it's like when you go to psychic readings or an astrology reading, I mean, and I truthfully get it at the end of the day, you're usually expecting to hear specific things. And when you don't hear those things, or you end up hearing other things that don't make you happy, it's like you didn't expect that. So you may not want to, you may want to like block it out, but you can't. It's very present. It's like you can't unsee what you saw. It's like those moments in your life where things will never be the same. And I'm not trying to be dramatic with those readings. I just mean this could be for anyone or anything in that moment in your life where you've experienced this, where it's like it's pretty much like after your first relationship, right? I mean, I know a lot of people say that they're always looking for that person again, or they never get over that person. I don't know about that, but I just know that it's, yeah, like after you've been in a relationship, it's like now you know what that type of love feels like, and now you want to be in love, you know? So I think this is basically that. You're going to see something, feel something that's very real. And because it's all happening in Pisces, this is like the other dimension, the other realm, where we come from, where we go back to. So I would just say, for some of you, like it's going to manifest either in your dreams, or you're going to feel it physically, like look here, and you're going to be like, this is dumb. And then you're going to look, and there's just going to be something. There's going to be a synchronicity. Just pay attention is what I'm going to say for that day. Is there anything else I want to say to that? The 10th house, public, 5th house, the sun. Neptune rules the 12th house. Jupiter's the original ruler, so that's probably why it would be so present for you guys. Anything else? Anything else? No. Let's move on. Okay, so March 14th, sorry for that. There will be a lunar eclipse full moon in Virgo, in your 6th house in 23 degrees. So, what do I think will be illuminated for you guys? Again, for some of you, it's going to be work. Something will be illuminated regarding work. Something will be illuminated regarding specifically your money, or specifically what it is you value. The reason I'm going there is because 23 degrees is an Aquarius degree. So Uranus rules Aquarius, and Uranus is in your 2nd house, your wallet, your money, the things you guys value and own. And right now in Aquarius, we have Pluto in the 11th house for you guys. So I think something unexpectedly may be illuminated when it comes to if you guys feel powerful or not, and how this may need to transform, how this may need to change. how your wallet may need to change. If your money changes, then you change. If what you value changes, then you may change. If work changes, you may and so on and so forth. Also, something may be illuminated in regards to your body. The reason I'm going there is because 6th house, the body, like how you guys take care of it. So you guys may realize something unexpectedly is what I'm getting. It could, for some of you, connect to sex. The reason I'm going there is because Pluto is in Aquarius in your 11th house. Uranus is in Taurus. It's on that same axis as 8th house Scorpio. I mean, I'm just doing the background in regards to that, but I mean, because it's your 6th house, it's how you guys take care of your body. I mean, it's either like, for those of you that aren't having sex, it's just literally, how do you guys take care of your body? With Taurus, food. Do you guys eat healthy? If not, you guys may be realizing the repercussions for it now. If it's not that, then sexually, how do you guys take care of your body? Either way, Scorpio, I feel like, is not only like what's going on behind your back, but your internal world. So yeah, I think when Mars is in Cancer, I forgot health-wise, you guys would have to look into this on your own. Not that it manifests as digestive issues, but I think stomach issues, something like this. I don't remember. Again, you're gonna have to look into that. But something could happen randomly is what I'm getting. With Venus in Aries and Mars ruling Aries, I think unexpectedly somebody from the past may reach out. You guys may boom chicka boom boom, and you guys may not feel so good about yourselves afterwards, your worth, your value. Again, because Mercury rules Virgo and it's in your 1st house in Aries, and Mars rules Aries, it's in Cancer. So somebody may hit you up based on how they're feeling. Mars being in Cancer, it's like men who are feeling alone. They're feeling nostalgic, you know, because Cancer energy is the past. Or this could be you guys. Anything else I want to say to that? I'm going to read my notes now. And before I do that, just to be clear, so full moons can be about a time for letting go. Things could be more clear to us at this time about what our desires really are, like what we want. And then with lunar eclipses, these are definitely powerful. I agree for sure with this one. So this can be looked at as a powerful time for emotional cleansing, renewal, setting intentions, time to embrace the natural cycles of transformation and changes. So what to expect? For some of you, how you take care of your body, your health is being illuminated, or your daily regimen, or maybe how you go about healing, meaning like, did you guys just suppress something, block something out, but you didn't really deal with it? For some of you, hookups, make sure this is what you want, or do you want more? Like, be honest with yourself. Don't just like, you guys may be feeling really horny, honestly, with all those, like with Mercury and Venus and Aries and then Mars and Cancer. You just may miss somebody and just like hook up and then regret it after. Especially with Virgo energy, I know this gets like that rap of like squeaky clean, but honestly, this is also like a freak in the sheets. And Virgos, you know what the hell I'm talking about if this is you watching right now and you're just a rising Aries or Aries moon, Aries sun moon. So yeah, I'll just leave that there. Don't act on bodily instincts. On the other side of the spectrum, Virgo energy can be very healing when it comes to church or any type of belief you may have. So something like this may be connected to what you experience. Work. What needs to be fixed in order... where was I? What needs to be fixed in order to make work for you? You may realize you need to take better care of your physical appearance in order to incorporate better self-care, self-love advice. What? You may realize you need to take better care of your physical appearance to incorporate better self-care. The way I write sometimes, I swear. So, hold on. My mind is... Venus rules Taurus. So, beauty. So you guys may be, with Venus, oh, that's another one, Venus in retrograde. You guys may have difficulty taking care of your physical appearance during this time. And you may notice that how it affects you mentally. You may not like be on top of your regimen, your schedule, whatever it is you guys normally do. And yeah, is there anything else I want to say to that? No. Okay. March 14th, Sun in Pisces will be sextiling Uranus in Taurus in the second house. So again, sextiles, this talks about the potential. This talks about manifesting. If you take action in this energy, then you're more than likely going to get what it is you want. These are considered to be blessings. So to me, with the Sun in the 12th house sextiling Uranus, so the 12th and the 2nd are talking to each other. And these are loud energies because the Sun rules Leo, Uranus rules Aquarius. So the energy I channeled is the feeling of a loud, random surprise due to your genius idea connected to spirit, intuition, the divine, that you can take action on, which will help you make more money. Having faith in friendships again, vibing with friends at home or their home or in a comfy, safe space. And this is because Uranus rules Aquarius. This is where I'm getting that 11th house energy. I'm picking up on having faith in yourself because that's Pisces energy, and the Sun, the self. Your self-expression, being confident in the things you talk about and with who you are talking to. Having faith and confidence in your wallet, your money situation because of an idea you have. Being seen for your genius, different, innovative ideas online. So yeah, I think 1000% Spirit will be guiding you guys with confidence to act on a genius idea you may have, with Uranus being your genius idea, in order to increase your wallet for sure. You're being guided to have the confidence. You guys may have difficulty with confidence during this time just because they're retrograde, being in Venus. Worded that weird, but yeah. Anything else I want to say? Anything else I want to say? And I do want to say this, even if there is a delay on an increase in that money with whatever this idea is, I would say still do it because oh, sorry, because I don't know what that was. Because you're definitely being guided to, with that whole Mars, when it was going retrograde in Cancer, Leo, they did this whole cosmic dance. It's like that was the yin yang energy, the sun, the moon, you know, like balance out this energy to realize what brings you emotional fulfillment in those areas in your life, wherever Cancer and Leo energy is. And now with Venus and Aries, it's like, do you have enough self-confidence to do so? So before Uranus leaves Taurus, you know, it's like bring that innovative spark, genius idea to life with whatever it is you value. So I hope that makes sense. For those of you that don't connect to that at all, then this is talking about self-confidence. This is talking about love. Yeah, all right. Okay, Mercury goes retrograde in Aries in your first house. This is what I was talking about. You guys may have doubts, self-doubts. So what do I think this means? Again, retrogrades. There's a redo, a review. So I think your mind will go back to old ideas, old conversations. It's going to be in 9 degrees. So 9 degrees is Sagittarius energy, which means I think a lot of you will be... For some of you, I think it's either going to be having faith in something or questioning your faith. That's how I think it's going to play out. I think also a lot of you will be wanting to learn. Yeah. Your mind will go back to old ideas, old conversations, revisiting old ideas that aren't the best, or you may be hearing from people you know you shouldn't be speaking to, or who you know aren't good for you. You may feel like you have 2 paths to choose from and you don't know which one to go down. So I feel like regarding the whole case of the ex, this would be more present once Mercury goes retrograde. That's what I feel like. Seeing it more so in front of me, Venus. Rules the second house, the seventh house. Mercury rules Gemini and the sixth house. Yeah, I would say expect it around this time frame. Yeah. Okay. What else did I want to say? And Sagittarius, there's Juno in Sagittarius right now, which is soulmate energy. So there is a redo, rethinking when it comes to conversations, ideas about the job, about, for some of you, conversations and ideas about what it is you guys want to do with yourself. For some of you, this is definitely talking about traveling. Money you want to invest into traveling. You guys may have to go back somewhere, somewhere you've been before. It could have to do with work for a lot of you. All right, let's move on. March 19th, Sun in Pisces in the 12th house conjuncts Neptune in Pisces in the 12th house in 29 degrees. This is right before the Sun goes into Aries in your first house. So Sun in Pisces in the 12th house conjunct Neptune in Pisces. I like the Sun conjunct Neptune. A lot of people, maybe don't. So I feel like this is going to make you really believe in yourself. I think this is going to make you believe in your dreams, your fantasies, and good. This is supposed to, like, how else do people go for their dreams? Like, they have to be a little delulu, but it's not even just so much delulu. It's like they're tapping into something that most people can't see, and obviously apply common sense here, right? So I think with the Sun in the 12th house conjunct Neptune, I think you guys would most definitely be in touch with something that is going on beneath the surface for sure. The Sun is in the 5th house, rules the 5th house in Leo. So I think this is going to be talking about childlike expression, something creative, something artistic. For some of you, you guys may want to actually have children, or just maybe feeling very childlike. This energy definitely talks about having faith, again, because this is Pisces energy. So for those of you that are really trying to push yourselves towards something, whether it's self-confidence, asking for the pay raise, trying to get the job you want, trying to, I just want to say manifest, honestly, whatever it is that you want. I think you guys are just trying to listen to spirit, despite whatever else is going on. Because with the Venus being in retrograde, Mercury being in retrograde, it's going to be hard to believe. So anyway, what I channel for the collective is spiritual, religious beliefs, confidence through manifesting or a belief system. North Node in Pisces energy, going after something that feels fated, destined. Confidence in yourself and how you dress and look. Hollywood vibes, having faith, intuitively having an inner knowing that your body needs, what your body needs or lacks in. Because it's on that 6th house axis, the body. So that'll definitely be connected with that full moon, with whatever is going to be illuminated for you guys. Something about herbal tea. So I tried to look into this on my own when I channeled it, because I was like, I don't know much about tea or herbal tea. I know that I like gray tea. I think it's called that. Earl's Grey. And black tea. I don't know anything else. So you guys would have to look into that, what maybe astrology, herbal tea practices. I believe something like that exists out there. If this interests you, what I channeled. If that even ends up manifesting that way for you guys, where it's health related. March 19th, Juno goes retrograde in Sagittarius. All right, so when Juno goes retrograde in Sagittarius, again, retrogrades are a redo, a review, and Juno is soulmate energy. So soulmate energy is slowing down, meaning not so much fun. And Sagittarius energy is fun. Where was I going with that one? Meaning you may have your doubts if something so freeing is really so free without a cost. I see for those that are single and dating or talking to several people at once, during this time you'll begin to think of someone specific from the past, hence not really feeling so free. Now, the reason I feel like I'm picking up on this is because Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius and it's in Gemini. This is a Mercury ruled energy, and Mercury goes retrograde, and so did Venus. So Mercury and Venus are retrograde and in Aries nonetheless, and the ruler of Aries is Mars, and it's in Cancer, which talks about the past. And again, if Mercury is in retrograde and if Mercury rules Virgo, the South Node talks about the past as well. So there's just like I said before, I'm not saying don't date. I'm just saying go slow, take it easy. And if Aries energy is intuitive, just go with I always want to be careful when I say this, because I know everyone's like, trust the gut, but there's a lot of people who have like paranoid placements in astrology where it's like that wasn't your gut talking to you. So I just want to say go slow. That's where I'm going to keep it. For those that are just looking to mingle and have fun, I see this slowing down during this time, meaning the collective will be looking for something more serious again. Because I feel like it's been this way for a while now, for years. But more so, it's been like, I feel like increasing, where somebody is just not over another person, and it's like, oh my God, what are you doing out here? And it's like, they're like, I'm trying to get over the other person, or I don't want to deal with my feelings. And it's like, well, get the fuck out of here, and in a sense, I think it's always been that way, but I don't think as prominent as it has been the last few years. I don't know why I'm saying the last few years. I feel like it's been this way for a long time now. Or at least, I don't know, I want to say 10 years, but the last 5 years, I feel like have been increasing, like unbelievably so, to a point where it's like an all-time high, and it's like everybody's just avoiding, and then playing mind games, and it's like, I'm good. I'm fucking good. So yeah, I feel like there may be something like that kind of going on, where people are just like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this. I don't feel like dealing with this right now. So yeah, what else for those that are just looking to mingle? Oh, right. So I kept seeing the number 2, which makes me think like 2 of Cups, the Lovers, things of that nature. I know technically the Lovers isn't 2, but I'm just saying, I just think of 2. Anything else I want to add to this? Jupiter and Gemini, communication, expanding upon communication with people from the past. We already went there. All right, let's move on. All right, so Venus, where was I going with that one? Sun enters Aries in the first house. What do I think this means? For those of you that have been feeling like no energy, I think this will definitely help you guys out. For those of you that have been lacking in self-confidence, I think this will help you out. I think for those of you that haven't been going out, haven't been super social, haven't been feeling yourself, I feel like Sun and Aries will help you guys. I also feel like this will help you stand out for those of you that are looking to stand out from competition. For those of you that are trying to, for those of you that are trying to, stand out from the rest when it comes to social media, when it comes to social networking. That's what I think. What else? When it comes to expressing yourselves, I think it's like you guys need the sun, especially with the retrogrades in the first house. I think you'll just feel more confident. Anything else I want to add to that? No. All right, so what I channeled, reflection, facing yourself. Are you who you say you are? Who you say you are? Prove it. Show me type of energy. Meaning, because Mars is in Cancer, so it really depends on how you're feeling. You guys may not be up to doing whatever it is you set to achieve, something like that. If you're feeling down one day, maybe you don't take action. If you don't make the amount of money you want to make, you may not want to go out there and date. But yet you want a boyfriend, girlfriend. You see what I'm saying? All right, following your heart, doing the work needed. What else? Intuitively knowing the path you have to choose in front of you, but feeling a little lack in confidence. I think that would be because of the retrogrades, but definitely the sun is helping you guys. And then, of course, this goes without saying, sun in Aries energy, independence, I will type of energy, and intuitive. Anything else? No. All right, so September 21st, Vesta goes retrograde in Scorpio in your 8th house. Again, retrogrades are redos, a review, going back to something from the past to make it better. And Vesta talks about that inner flame that just cannot die in order to, whoa, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. Vesta is that inner flame in us that just doesn't die. It's something we feel passionate about. So when Vesta was in Scorpio for you guys, I would say you guys may have felt passionate about Scorpio-like things, the truth, your power, money, sex, but somehow this would have connected to either your friendships, social networking, your money, literally your money, like transforming who you are, like trying to change, like for example, your LinkedIn type of thing, like your status in order to increase your value, that type of thing. That's what I think of. For those of you that are dating, relationships, it's like you'd want the truth, Scorpio stuff. What are your intentions? Anything else? But anyway, so now it's going retrograde. Yeah, maybe not so much. You may not feel so deeply about it anymore. Which it's funny because Juno is going retrograde. It's going back. Hold on one second. So what did I channel for the collective? Energy vampires everywhere. For others, cue the NSYNC song, I Want You Back. So that inner flame within us that was wanting intimate bonds, feeling a little tiring, is beginning to feel a little tiring and draining now. Energy vampires. Okay, so, right. So like I was saying, I think for those of you that wanted something very deep, this now, it's like you may not want all that deepness. And then for others, this may be talking about wanting somebody back, like wanting whoever, you know, you guys had a deep connection with back. I think honestly it's going to manifest in different ways for other people with this Sagittarius and Scorpio energy. It's literally you're talking about being freedom oriented, doing whatever you want, to Scorpio energy, your mind, you know. I think for some of you guys, you're going to be questioning this. Like, you really don't want to be out there dating a bunch of different people. You just want the one person. And then for those of you, I think you don't just want anybody to be doing this stuff with. Does that make sense? And then it's like for the people that you guys are, some of you that maybe you're leaving hanging, those people may become energy vampires, or people from the past who want in on your energy may become energy vampires. All right, let's move on. March 21st, Venus in Aries in retrograde in your first house, sextiles Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. So again, sextile talks about the potential. It talks about the possibilities, and these could manifest in positive ways, things that you want, but you have to put work into it. So when I think of Venus and Pluto talking to each other, I think about transforming your money situation. I think about transforming you guys physically. I think about transforming how you guys feel about yourself and what power means to you. For some of you, this is definitely talking about sex. For some of you, this is just talking about your connection to these topics and what power and how power is connected to it, meaning like sex, money, rock and roll. No, sex, money, we'll circle back maybe. Anyway, what I got was having sex. What are you passionate about when it comes to finding out the truth? And what are you spending money on in order to get it? Is it Scorpio season again? Oh wait, nope, it's Aries. So this may look like psychic readings. And for some of you, this will be about investing money into other things in order to get your freedom. Example, entrepreneur. Okay, yeah. So for some of you, you may be investing money on the internet in order to get your power, in order to be a leader. Because Pluto is like, this is the lieutenant, I feel like, in war. And Mars is technically the soldier. Like, we're the first that's willing to fight, but we don't want to fight, but we'll fight, you know? But Pluto's technically the one that's in charge, right? So if it's sextiling Venus, I think you guys, for some of you, you may want the truth and are willing to spend the money on it when it comes to topics of love, or you may be spending money on literally, like, what are they called? Headhunters, right? Like for your resume, to put yourself out there to social network in order to come into your power, in order to increase your wallet, your money, because it's connected to Uranus in your second house, in Taurus. So yeah, again, I think you guys, this is connecting to what it is you value and how you guys feel worthy. What are you passionate about when it comes, oh, I just said that. So this may, yeah, I already said that. Putting in the work when it comes to your power. Transforming your looks, makeup, clothes, physical. Yep, we already talked about that. Putting yourself out there on the dating apps, or putting yourself out there on the internet, social media, or trying to make something happen for yourself. Right, like LinkedIn, things of that nature. For some of you, investing money into these things to either make money back or to see some type of return. Example. Oh yeah, with the dating apps, I'm almost positive. It's like guys, or I'm sure I don't know, but guys can spend money on roses, virtual roses, to send to women, I think. But you know what? Here's the thing though. Here's the thing. You know, people may laugh at that, but I guarantee you, studies have shown that those guys do get more dates. I'm sure of it. There's a reason why they offer it, and it's not just to be sneaky and so the app can gain more money on fools. Like, no, I'm telling you, trust me. So it's like the people who are really looking for love, those people may pay for matchmakers, you know, because those things really exist. This is that could happen too. What else? Transforming the way you see things about the past in order to manifest better things into your life. For sure, especially with those retrogrades. Taking your power back. Yeah, this definitely talks about that too, because it's up to you guys, right? Meaning you no longer care about whatever situation it is the way you once did. Putting in the work and passion to increase your wallet. I already said that. Anything else? So yeah, it's like you in order for Aries energy to manifest, and even if you're not an Aries, it doesn't matter. This is like, because the collective is basically having a stellium in Aries. So it's like, in order for you guys to manifest with Aries energy, you have to take action. Why? Because Mars is the ruler of Aries. Mars is all about action. And because it's in Cancer, it means you have to act from a place of here, inside. March 22nd, Sun in Aries in your first house will be conjunct Venus in Aries in retrograde in 2 degrees. Now, 2 degrees is a very powerful number. 2 degrees is Taurus energy. It's Venus, it's money, it's love, it's abundance, it's what you value. Wait, hold on. I think I said September in the other video. I'm almost positive. I don't know if I said anything like that. I'm clearly talking about March, okay? Anyway, 2 degrees. Okay, so this is believed in astrology. It's a very powerful number. So yeah, so since it's talking to Venus, literally, Venus rules this degree. I think you guys could literally do something really good, is what I want to say, around this time frame. So again, March 22nd, I think you guys can either express yourselves, either in a creative way, whether that's about romance, like putting yourself out there, for those of you that are looking like for the one, whatever, or if you guys are looking to get the one back, if you guys are looking for the perfect job, or if you guys are looking to shine, like this is the time. Oh, I shouldn't say that because it's in retrograde, but what I want to say is that it's a good transit to put in the work so you can get this. Like this is a positive transit. That's what I want to say. So what I channel for the collective is being smart and confident about love, money, and yourself. Being socially polite, sex or feeling really passionate, creative about something, funny, happy energy. Having more than one option for those that are dating, despite the Venus and Mercury and Aries being in retrograde and Mars being in Cancer. I just don't see any of these options as being super worth it, but everybody has their own storyline out there, so maybe it is. So again, don't go with whatever astrologer or psychic says where it's like, no, it won't work out. Just go with it, and like if it feels right, go with it. So yeah, basically with the Sun and Venus, these are very magnetic energies. And if they're talking to each other, next to each other, you're going to stand out. People are going to see you, whether you want this or not. And it's in your first house, the body, which means you yourself are going to be considered to be very attractive right now. More so because we're Aries. So I would say, if you guys are trying to get that job, do it around this time frame. If you guys are trying to get that person, do it around this time frame. Let them come to you, is what I would say, okay? If you guys are trying to stand out from the competition, again, I think we already do, but you know what I'm trying to say. Anything else? No. March 23rd, Sun in Aries in the first house is sextiling Pluto in Aquarius. Okay, so very similar energy to what we just went over, but with the sun. So sun and Pluto, and it's a sextile. So again, potential, not necessarily going to happen unless you put the energy into it. So the sun is the light, Pluto is the shadow. They're both forcing each other. Oh, not today. Satan, not today. They're both forcing each other to see something about themselves, meaning within you. So you can see something about yourself that needs to change, and you can actually do this. So right, meaning when you get older, it's hard to change, right? But this transit is basically giving you the potential to do this. So since it's in your first house and your 11th, I feel like this would be talking about self-expression, being able to transform this for the better, in order to make you more powerful, in order to attract the right things into your life that you really value, in order for you to see the things that you actually value. You guys may feel like you do, but then you may also deal with your life where you're like, well, why don't I have this, or why don't I have that? Well, then it's like, well, maybe you don't actually value the things you believe you value. There could be something to that. Let's see what else. The sun, transforming self-expression, transforming how you stand out, transforming your happiness. All right. What else? Anything else I want to say? Transforming your shadow to get to your light. Transforming your confidence. Transforming your body, your look. Signing up for an exercise class online, maybe with a friend. Having a chance to make... What? Oh, having a choice to make regarding self-expression or creativity, or how you communicate your feelings, some type of message. And for some of you, this is content creating. So yeah, anything else? No. I want to go back to Sun conjunct Venus. I didn't finish the other energies that I picked up on. Transformation happening. I'm getting royalty vibes, big confidence, how you see yourself. Especially because the 2 degrees in Venus, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. I think you guys, like, this could be something that's changing with Uranus, like something shocking, innovative, or just, you know, the unexpected. Something unexpected could be changing with your looks. This could be something you guys value. Let's see, bold and confident energy. Oh, right, Taurus is the throat chakra, that too. Bold and confident energy, but a little indifferent. I'm getting Aquarius vibes, and you guys being okay for standing out. Having more, oh, I already said that already. Okay, anything else? Anything else? No, let's move on. March 24th, Sun in Aries in your first house will be conjunct Mercury in Aries in retrograde in the first house. Okay, so I think of charismatic, confident, smart, intelligent, happy, optimistic. It's like if you guys were experiencing mental conflicts, this is going to help that type of energy. It's going to help motivate you, inspire you. Definitely to be, to express yourself more. Let's see what I channeled for you guys. Intelligent, learning about yourself, giving back, going back to an old idea, or going back to an old conversation. You may be traveling. Sorry, run-on sentence. Going back to an old idea or going back to an old conversation. You may be traveling to a place you have already been, or you are talking about traveling. I'm thinking also about talking about something that you're showing off. That's also something possible as well. Confidence, funny, motivational, all eyes on me. Okay, there we go. There's the show off. Creativity, entertainment, passion, intuition, and for some of you, I'm getting telepathic. Where's telepathic? Why was I getting that? Done. So when I close my eyes and ask about this, I'm being shown Uranus and Saturn for some reason, somehow connects to this Sun conjunct Mercury in Aries retrograde. I don't know, somehow there could be telepathic. Anyway, positive energy, talking about yourself. Let's give them something to talk about. Being seen online, recognized, acknowledged. Okay. March 25th, Lilith enters Scorpio. All right, so Lilith enters your 8th house in Scorpio. Whoa. Okay, so what I channeled was... So just to be clear here, because I feel like some people don't realize this, that Lilith is there for guys too. Like it doesn't go like absent just because... Like the sky doesn't realize, oh, you know, it's a guy, never mind, there's no Lilith there. Like, there's still anger there. I know, like, whatever, I'm just not even going to get into it. But, okay, so Lilith is your hidden desires, to claim your power, rebellious nature, your deepest sexual nature, which may seem taboo to others. Like, guys have this too. So anyway, the same applies for the good guy who is taken advantage of his generosity. So beware. So ladies, I know this is where I want to start this, because I feel like there's no judgment here, but this is where some of the readings go sometimes with a lot of women, where you guys will ask about, you know, so and so. And then, you know, like maybe you don't like what you hear and you're like, oh, okay. And you're very disappointed. But then there's always another guy. And there's always at least 2 to 3 guys. And there's no shame at all, because look what most guys are doing now. Like, it's all a mess out there. And I get it. It's a battlefield. But my point is this, is that I feel like there's always like the one good guy that like... He always gets it, you know, and he's like he doesn't deserve it, you know. Just be careful with that guy, because once Lilith goes into Scorpio, and if this is you, if not, then just disregard what I'm saying, but he may get sick of it. And again, if you guys have that one guy where you guys just pretty much use and abuse. All right, so how is the rest of the collective going to be feeling? Intuitive as fuck. Charismatic. May use this to bring people towards you. For some, this may be a form of manipulation. Now, the reason I say for some, because I really don't think a lot of us know when we're consciously, when we're manipulating people not consciously. I think some of us know damn well, and I think some of us don't realize. So yeah. Magnetic energy, which then draws people to you. Feeling and looking sexy. I was getting Jessica Rabbit vibes from that one movie. Like, who, me? Sexy voice energy. Men may feel a little intimidated by women during this time. I see them having difficulty approaching women physically in person. It made me think of, I saw this TikTok video where she goes, revenge is a dish best served cold. So I feel like a lot of people will be feeling that energy with this transit. What else did I get? The fallen angel, because I think a lot of good girls will be acting up during this time. I do. Because it's like you learned with Lilith and Libra, like where did the good... This guy, I can't. He thinks literally the world revolves around him. This is his home, his land. Ugh. We move on. Anyway, so yeah, I think a lot of us realized when Lilith was in Libra, like where did the good girl energy get us? And I think a lot of good girls, you know, experience that. They don't need Lilith and Libra to teach them that, but they probably had some transit going through Libra at the time when they did have that epiphany. So I think a lot of women are going through that currently. But now it's entering Scorpio. So it's like, oh, being fair got me fucking nowhere. So you know what? Fuck you. What else? It's giving me, I can't come to the phone right now because I'm not available, but I am most certainly available. I'm just going to answer. Oh, wait, what did it say? I'm just not going to answer, and I want you to know because karma's a bitch, but so were you. And then having the settings on red. So you can let them know that you know. So yeah, that's what I think. I don't really see that manifesting in a positive way. It really depends where you're at in your soul's evolution, meaning are you currently ascending or descending? And I think we all go back and forth with this one, right? With Pluto being the ruler of Scorpio and this being your 11th house in Aquarius, Uranus being your 2nd house, there definitely will be anger for a lot of you around money, resources. Like the people, like for example, entrepreneur, blah, 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 blah. Like for those of you with the South Node in the 6th house, yeah. How you make your money and like the people you're getting it from, you're going into this transition of like, it's like you may have already been a leader because you're Aries. But with Pluto in the 11th house, your role is like changing right now. So it's like you're standing out even more, or it's like the way you feel about your group of people or the money that you're getting in order to make your dreams come true is changing. It's transforming. The reason I keep going back to money is because Uranus is in the 2nd house. It's connected to this 8th house with Lilith. There's going to be anger around this. Or like your inner bitch, I guess. It connects to the collective is what I'm getting. Or the collective may be on the same wavelength as you. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm getting something about like follow the leader energy. Like it's like you guys will feel like you have something to offer, whether it's sexually or like work-wise. Like you stand out and the collective or people can come to you in order to get, you know, this good, whatever that is, whether it's a service or it's your energy, your aura. There's something about like, and this is definitely because Lilith in Scorpio in the 8th house is a magnetic energy in general. And I feel like if anything, it's just giving you guys confidence is what I'm getting. Knowing your worth. And I feel like, again, it's connected to the stellium that's going on in Aries. And this is how it's connected to Pluto in that 11th house. You guys just feeling extremely magnetic and powerful. And it's like you're just valuing you at this time. Anything else I want to say to that? And maybe the people who like whoever ends up hiring you, whoever you guys, you know, I don't know. Because there's something with the North Node in the 12th house. It's like you're looking for this spiritual healing energy, transforming the mind, in order to do better, because the things you value, these things are changing at this time. So So I think because Venus rules Taurus and Venus is currently in Aries, you guys are just really valuing yourself and what makes you guys stand out, whatever this is. And it's connected to Lilith. So yeah, for those of you that are dating, I think on social media, the internet, it's like people can come to you. I don't think you're going to be doing, I don't think you guys are going to be lifting a finger. All right. That same day, March 25th, Mercury in Aries in your first house, retrograde, will be sextiling Pluto in Aquarius in your 11th house. Do you see what's going on here? So at first it was Venus, and it was the sun. Now it's Mercury. So there's just this chance to really, it's like the universe is giving you guys a chance to transform your thoughts, your confidence, your self-expression, your money, your love, everything. It's like everything that matters. I feel like it's a redo, but all connected to I just feel like just confidence in order to manifest the things you guys want. I don't know. I just keep repeating myself. Anyway. All right. So again, sextile is the potential. So if you guys put the energy into this, then you can manifest something good. Transforming the mind, transformative conversations, changing the way you speak, going back to an old idea, old conversation, learning something new on the internet, traveling with friends or traveling for work, giving advice to friends, clients, taking advice from the internet because it's a retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde. So you're trying to figure out something in order to, you know, make it work. Due to the retrograde, I'm also getting that for some of you, you may not want to listen. You may not want to take the advice because you may not want to do the things you know you have to do. I'm getting lazy energy. Again, that Mars in Cancer is not helping. What else? In order to, the advice here is in order to feel good, in order to achieve the things you want out of life, you have to be confident with standing out for being different. In order to be different, you have to do something. So do something. Mars is in Cancer, and Mars is the ruler of Aries. If Mercury is in Aries, and Aries energy is all about motivation and action and leadership, and if Mercury rules the mind, what did the mother motivate you guys to, what did the mother motivate you to be growing up? So for a lot of you, this could be definitely connected. This could either be motivating you to act or to stall, because it's the 4th house. It's like your inner turmoil, your emotions, you're either overly confident or not, or don't have enough confidence, and it could be connected to home, especially with that Mars there, some type of conflict. Did your mother encourage you to stand out? Or if that doesn't resonate, what emotionally fulfills you and brings you joy? What about you is powerful and makes you different? Do you even know? So this energy isn't for everyone, and that's okay. Like standing out energy is not for everyone. Why? Because it usually gets you into fucking trouble. That's why. And I feel like on some type of level, we all know this, and this is why we either stay away from this type of energy or we hide this part of ourselves. So yeah, what else? March 27th, Venus in Aries retrograde enters Pisces. Ooh, all right. All right. So again, this is a redo, right? Not just because it's a retrograde, but Venus was just in Pisces. So going back. Investing in traveling to places you have already been before. Investing in a vehicle. People you've already dated returning or vice versa. A lot of watching, but not a lot of doing. Fox energy. It's not necessarily smart. It's more about a waiting game. Waiting for the right time. For those of you that have been having issues with the mother, this is still ongoing, but something may be changing with the storyline due to Mars going direct in Cancer. But Mercury is in Aries and in retrograde, and now Venus was in Aries in retrograde, but is now entering Pisces. So this will still take work, but it won't be as difficult as before. The advice is to compromise, only meet halfway, due to the Pisces energy and the retrogrades. If any party crosses one's boundaries, it will cause more issues. Honestly, this goes without saying, right? But with Pisces energy, it's hard to have boundaries. But Saturn's there, basically like making sure you guys do. You will need to stay focused, take action, be consistent, or are you guys distracted? Because I was seeing most of the collective would be distracted. Pretty much like mindless scrolling is what I was getting. And I feel like this is a different version of escapism. If you're not drinking, getting high, blocking your feelings by going out there banging whoever or like talking to whoever so you don't have to think about your heartbreak, then it's like you may be doing things like this. So what was I seeing? I was seeing an emperor, like in tarot, the emperor card. He was holding the scepter and an orb, and the scepter is symbolic of dominion and control, and it represents authority and leadership of one's own mind. So the orb signifies worldly authority and represents the emperor's power and control over their own world. So I felt like what I was channeling was, do you guys lack in self-control? You guys may experience this when Venus goes back into your 12th house in Pisces in retrograde. And again, it would be because of that escapism. It's hard not to want to escape reality sometimes, right? So yeah, why do I keep going with different months? It's so weird. March 27th, Venus in Pisces retrograde in your 12th house will be conjunct Neptune in Pisces at 29 degrees. Okay. So I get daydreamer energy, intuition or illusions, artistic, giving people, oh yeah, this was interesting, giving people work who usually work in the industry work again. So in the entertainment industry, like Hollywood, it was coming through. So Hollywood energy or someone connected to the industry or just working with celebrities, people in the industry or your old clients coming back. Big egos at play. Who will cave first? Let's break bread. This was the channeled message. So kind of like Five of Swords energy. And I feel like this would be Hollywood energy, honestly. Like, you know, it's battle of the egos. So yeah. And it's with the 12th house, it's like if you can't see things from a higher perspective, it's going to be a little bit delusional. It's going to be hard to see accurately. So someone from the past coming back to make amends. All right, anything else I want to add to that? So it's Venus. Venus rules the second house. Taurus, your wallet, the things you value, the things you own. 7th house in Libra, nothing's there. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay. So what do I think this means besides whatever I just said? People from past lives that you've been connected to. So again, for those of you that are out there dating, I think you would either reconnect with somebody you were already dating with, Definitely work. I can see it now with the 6th house and Virgo, and the South Node being in Virgo, and Mercury ruling Virgo and being in retrograde. Going back to Kelly, back. Oh, investing and traveling. I think I said that already. Let's move on. All right, so March 29th, we have a new moon in Aries. It's not just any new moon. It is a solar eclipse new moon in Aries in 9 degrees in your first house. We also have Mercury in retrograde leaving your... Yes, sorry. I was like, oh, no, I got that wrong. But yeah, we also have Mercury leaving your first house in Aries in retrograde and goes back into Pisces. So, with all that being said, what do I think this means for you guys? So this new moon in Aries in 9 degrees, it's a solar eclipse. Solar eclipses are very powerful. It is introspection, significant changes, emotional awareness, potential for personal growth, transformation. And then with new moons, new beginnings, rebirth, reflecting, intention setting, goal setting, planting the seeds with willpower. It's up to you guys to keep up with this new intention, because it doesn't mean it's going to always stick, right? With the first house, for a lot of you, this is going to be the confidence, the belief system, the having faith. Why? Well, Mercury is literally going back into Pisces, and so did Venus. So you're definitely being tested for a lot of you, like, you can do it, you know, that type of energy. That's what I get. Why? 9 degrees, Sagittarius energy, having faith in yourself. I feel like Jupiter and Gemini, you guys learned enough random information to have the knowledge you do now for whatever this is in your own personal life, because it's obviously manifesting in different ways for all of us. So it's like, are you going to do something about it? And it really depends on how you feel about yourself with that Mars in Cancer. But you guys are definitely being called to act from a place of, to take action based off of getting something that can be very fulfilling for you guys. Don't hold back. So with that being said, and the sun being in your first house, I think you got, and Mercury ruling Gemini going back into the 12th, and Jupiter being the original ruler of Pisces, and it's in Gemini, and Mercury ruled zodiac sign. I feel like you guys are definitely being asked to act on the faith that you have been like being given in random intuitive hits from spirit, and to take action on all of it based off of the past, based off of past experiences, based off of everything you already know, with that South Node in Virgo, and with the North Node in Pisces. It's like, hello! North Node, this is, you know, wherever it's transiting, it's like this is what is considered to be like you're going to feel fated, destined to do. And it's in the 12th house. So again, for a lot of you, this is going to be just talking about healing yourself, your inner child, especially Mars being the child. The sun is self-expression. For some of you, this could just be talking about healing love again. Healing, I want to say the passion. Because for Aries, it's like if we don't have the passion, if we lose this, we're pretty much like we're not here. Like you just have a walking body is the way I look at it. If you ever meet an Aries and they're no longer like passionate or enthusiastic, like check in on your Aries friend, like for real. Like something's wrong. They're not meant to be that way. Now apply common sense, because if they have all their Aries energy like in difficult placements, you know, then maybe this is how they always are. But my point is that Aries energy in general is supposed to be enthusiastic, passionate, childlike. So if you guys have lost this in any kind of way, if you guys have lost the motivation, confidence, confidence in yourself, confidence in other people, confidence in trusting yourself, I want to say, because Mars is also about loyalty and it's in Cancer. So I think about not only your inner world, but the mother, home, family. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to heal, whatever you guys want to make a reality, I really feel like you guys are being, like you guys can do this at this time is what I'm trying to say. All right, so new property or moving, traveling, new love interest, a new exercise regimen, better boundaries, a new creative project you feel passionate about, believing in yourself, having faith, sacrificing something about yourself that no longer works for you. It feels like limited beliefs. Hermit energy. Closing doors on people who cannot come with you to the places you are going. Or this is an aspect of yourself that will no longer be moving forward with you on your journey. So if you guys were lacking in self-confidence, or if you guys were angry, if you guys were allowing emotions to control you with Mars and Cancer, you know, and you're realizing this is holding you back. The past holds you back. Mercury being in Pisces in retrograde, South Node in Virgo. It's like, okay, it's literally controlling, you know, your crown chakra. It takes a hold of you. You got to move on. So, yeah. All right. March 29th, Mercury retrograde. Oh, we just said that. Enters Pisces. So, yep, same day. I believe traveling could get delayed. Old conversations on traveling, or just old thoughts or old conversations come back up. The dream for some of you will be a big theme around this transit. And also just having faith. Having faith. Going back to an old idea when it comes to exercise. Escapism. I'm getting something about money right now, so I'm just going to say it. That threw me off. What it is you value. Oh, because I get it now. Mercury and Venus. Okay, thank you. Escapism, drugs, being seen or recognized. All eyes on you to type. What? All eyes on you type of energy for something you say. Spirit is showing me Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So it's giving me Neptune in the third house vibes, which means people will either think you're lying, or the way you're choosing to talk about things will have people not trusting you. So this is because the 12th house is a hidden house. It can be looked at as, you know, like a secretive house. So for example, when you have Venus transiting in the 12th house, you could be, you know, keeping whoever you're dating a secret, or they could be keeping you a secret. So if you have Mercury here, it's like you could be having secret conversations, or, you know, somebody is having secretive conversations about you, or you are somebody's secret, like I just said. So therefore, it's like you could be coming across as somebody who's keeping certain things to yourself. And I would say you probably are, with Mercury and Venus and retrograde. And that could just be the plan that you're manifesting. Yeah. All right. So that same day, Mercury in Pisces in retrograde in your 12th house will be conjunct Neptune in Pisces in your 12th house in 29 degrees. So hearing from people who are from your past. Again, same themes playing out. Traveling far distance, maybe even out of the country. Trying holistic spiritual practices. This could be in order to heal yourself, like emotionally or literally, maybe physically. Artsy energy, music, fame, Hollywood, or connected to people who are well connected. Talking to people who live in other countries or who are a different culture or who speak another language. Convos that are dreamlike. Okay. Hard to focus. Time goes by quickly, but did you get anything accomplished? Thinking about people from your past, but also wondering about your future. But if you have strong, like, Pisces placements, then this is like nothing new for you guys. Also, goodbyes. This is what this energy also gives me. All right. Neptune enters Aries. Okay. So, all right. So March 30th, Neptune enters Aries in your first house. The dream needs action. So I think of lights, camera, action. Some of you will be talking about the dream, talking about what it is you want to do, putting ideas out there, or trying to figure out what's wrong in order to get it right. This connects with the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. Being open to constructive criticism in order to grow. People may be seeing something you don't, so it may be in your best interest to learning at this time, to be a student. So the reason I believe you guys would still be like talking, even though Mercury is in the 12th house in Pisces, because otherwise I would think probably not so much, it's because Neptune, the ruler, is in Aries, which is physical. I just think you guys would want to put whatever is like going on in your mind physically out there in some way, somehow. Also, Jupiter, the original ruler of Pisces, is in your 3rd house of communication. So I just think you guys would be wanting to verbalize this stuff. South Node in Virgo. So in order to get to the North Node, you need to use the South Node. So I would say Virgo energy, you know, it knows everything that's wrong already with itself, with others. However, I would definitely suggest just being open to constructive criticism. In order to make the dream a reality. That's what I want to say. So for some of you, feeling passionate about another, but be careful what you consider to be romantic, because others may consider this to be clingy and put their walls up. It gives me Aries vibes, kind of like a Sour Patch candy. One minute they're sour, the next minute they're sweet. Except this is happening at the same time because someone feels like the other is too much. So now the other person is sour because you're too sweet. La La Land over another romantically, illusions or intuition. James Dean vibes and not really having strong boundaries. So the reason I'm definitely getting this is because I'm getting like Pisces in 5th house, Sun, Leo energy with Neptune in the 5th house, and this is because the Sun and Neptune are both in your 1st house. The Sun rules Leo usually, right? And this is wherever the Sun is, it is seen, it's acknowledged. Neptune, this is dreamlike, fantasy-like. There's confusion around this energy. So I just kept channeling James Dean type of energy and like feeling smothered. And you know, Aries energy, honestly, as independent as it can be super freaking smothering if it really is in love and hasn't evolved in its like independence, I want to say. And this is usually because of that karmic Aries journey that we're on, where it's like we either didn't get like the attention we needed growing up, so then it's like we do this to other people and it's smothering, Or it could be the opposite. We like are way too independent, and then, you know, people feel neglected from us. And we're selfish. So anyway, my point is this. Try to make sure, I don't know, I feel stupid telling Aries people this, but just like, especially with Neptune there, try to have boundaries. I'm just going to give it to you straight, just like Mercury and Aries. Try to pay attention. Try to see clearly. Do you like when people are clingy with you? No, we don't like that shit. So don't do it to others. I think people will definitely misunderstand you when Neptune is in your first house. I think your body would be very like more in tune, very like intuitive. That's it. All right. Anything else? Not right now. Okay. March 31st, Mars in Cancer will be trining Saturn in Pisces. So Mars in Cancer in your 4th house will be trining, which is a blessing, easygoing energy. Saturn in Pisces in the 12th. Acting on the things you know you have to do. Taking action. Having the willpower to do so. Having the energy to do so. Having the confidence. Could be talking to, you could be having serious conversations with the mother, maybe even the father around this time. Oh, what I was channeling, this is true. Think Kris Jenner energy. So for those of you that don't know, this is the Kardashians' mother. And she's, what do you call that? The mom that, oh, the momager. This is literally what Spirit showed me. So doing the work you need to do to get whatever it is done. Seeing through people's real motives intuitively. So, Cancer. So Mars in Cancer, this gives me protecting, the mother protecting the children, somebody protecting their house, somebody protecting their emotions, their feelings, somebody... doing work for their children. And when it's trining Saturn and Pisces, again, connected to work, like literally, if Mars is action or protection, then Saturn is doing the work that needs to happen. Setting boundaries. Helping is what I get. Helping take action. Helping children. So anyway, having a plan before taking action, and this will come easily. Sexual feelings come easily on this day, so make sure to have your boundaries up. Oh, that's right, yeah. For those that are looking for something more than just a hookup, because others will be looking for just that in order to feel nurtured, emotionally fulfilled. So what am I saying? Protect yourself for sure. Having a plan before, I already read that. All right. March 31st, that same day, Saturn and Pisces in your 12th house, sextiles Uranus and Taurus. In the second, cha-ching ching, ba-bling bling, making money, having genius ideas in regards to making money, doing the work you need to do to make money. Out of nowhere, suddenly work is offered to you. Out of nowhere, whatever. Anyway, going with the flow, taking your time. You do not need to make a fast decision. What's the rush? Yeah, so this was the energy I was picking up on. So with Uranus, you guys may feel like you have to make a decision. You may feel like you have to rush something. But with Saturn and Pisces, they're like Spirit's trying to tell you, like, don't rush whatever this may be. Listen to your heart before I channeled this song. I got this song, I swear to you guys. Listen to your heart before you say goodbye. Now, that doesn't mean hold on to an unhealthy person, okay? I want to be very clear, because I feel like we all do this. We make excuses where we're like, oh my God, but we saw this angel number. It's like, no, that doesn't mean, it doesn't mean that, okay? It means like, so the whole listen to your heart before you say goodbye, it's connected to a gut feeling you already knew about. So letting something go that you know you should, but at the same time not wanting to. Go slow, be cautious. A light switch feeling, like a reality check. Trying to get to something in order to make you happy. Taking your creativity more seriously. Taking your budget more seriously. So yeah. Anything else with that one? So Saturn rules your 10th house in Capricorn. It's in your 12th house. And where's Neptune? The first house. Okay, so it's about you guys. And Uranus rules 11th house. Deepest dreams, desires. It's connected to what you guys value. So you guys value yourself, making some type of dream come true. Taking your budget more seriously. So with Venus in that 12th house. So since Saturn was the original ruler of Aquarius, and then it later becomes Uranus, Uranus is looked at as the rebellious one. But really it's like the innovative energy. So I would say that you're going to feel a mix of both of these things when it comes to the things you value and your money. So I just get for that some of you with that transit, you're going to have to hold yourself back from people, and you may not want to. You may want to be more giving than you should, but it's like if you do that, Lilith and Libra taught you you'll get in trouble, or it's like not worth it for you type of energy. It wouldn't be fair. That's what I'm getting. So be limited with what it is you're sharing to friends is another thing. And having to limit yourself when it comes to either what people expect of you, and it all connects to your self-worth and what you believe you're worth, and it doesn't matter what other people think, something like that. So yeah, I hope this helps. I hope it ends up resonating, and thank you guys for watching. So yeah, let's go over this all together monthly. Something I want to go over quickly that I forgot to mention before. I think another big thing that's going to be going on for us Aries regarding this whole transformative thing, if it's not so much about a job, your money, love, romance, changing up your look physically, then I feel like it's going to be talking about literally focusing on expressing your feelings outward. Because Aries squares the 4th house, Cancer. And if Mars is here and then we have this whole stellium in the 1st house, I forgot, like, so when I was going through that whole conversation, like I'm always acting like we're talking and it's like nobody's there. But when I was saying before about the mother, think back to this time frame, like, did she motivate you, whatever? How did the mother deal with emotions, feelings? So usually every zodiac sign has like a karmic storyline that's pretty similar to one another. Obviously, we're not all living the same life, right? Like my storyline isn't exactly the same, but there is something similar in the sense that Aries and Scorpios do have a very karmic life, in the sense that Mars is our ruler, even if you guys have a different rising sign. And Scorpio, Pluto is their ruler. So I always say that this is kind of like a scent that you can just smell about people. So people usually want to fight us. So my point to saying this is, usually we have this thing about emotions or feelings that, I don't know, I feel like we are weird this way. Like, I'm going to be real about it. Like, I remember there was this Pisces chick I used to be friends with, and when she would just start crying, I could not, like, I don't know. I thought this was so inappropriate. And you may be thinking, oh my God, you're supposed to be a healer. You're in the spiritual community. And like, how dare you? Like, first of all, it's not that. I just think there's a time, there's a place, you know what I mean? Like, we do have karma with this. Like, it's not that we don't have empathy for people. We do. It's that we ourselves don't feel comfortable expressing our feelings so easily. And obviously that has to do with whatever we experienced growing up. Just like I'm sure it's not all Aries that experience this, right? So yeah, there's something to that. So I believe with all of those retrogrades going on and this sextiling Pluto, it's like up to you guys who resonate with what it is I'm saying, to actually do the work, to start working on communicating better. And when I say better, I just mean more openly. So yeah, okay, we're straightforward, or at least most of us are. We're blunt. Okay, we've come to realize that people ask for the truth, but they don't really mean that, right? Or they just want you to like sugarcoat it for them. They want you to tell it to them in a sweet kind of way, which is understandable, right? Because don't we want that? We respect the honesty, but don't be a dick about it. Like, my point is that I think we may deal with a lot of things in our life because we aren't so openly expressive about our feelings. And I think it's definitely for good reason. Anyway, whatever. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. But whatever you witnessed with the mother, how did she express her feelings? When she was sad, when she was angry? And do you take after her? So for example, my mother, she is a Capricorn moon. If you know, you know. Conjunct Saturn. So it's like, I definitely typically will wait till like I can't deal with this anymore, and then I will just go off like a typical Aries. And this is why also I have that thing about this is inappropriate, yet I will act highly inappropriate as an Aries in certain situations. Like, it doesn't really make any sense. But so I think that's something to work out in general, because it could really help you guys. Like, if you have a soft side, why not just put that out there? So, and obviously do little things at a time. Don't just try to change overnight, because that's impossible. And just have boundaries. That's also, if you've been burned before, which I'm sure you have, then just go slow with that and put a little bit out at a time. So yeah, I had to say that because I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, the mother. And I didn't even talk about what it was that they probably, how they probably are with emotions and feelings because of whatever they saw growing up. And if it wasn't the mother, then it was just something maybe you saw at the home. So I grew up with in my opinion, a majority of my uncles. And my mom's a twin, so it's like two Saturn moons, two Capricorn moons. So yeah, just want to put that out there. I think it's a great time to have faith in people, the collective, that anything can change, anything is possible, because that's Aries energy, damn it. Otherwise, you're allowing past experiences and people technically to control you, and will be damned. Okay, all right, enough said. All right, so for the month of March, for my sun, moon, rising Aries, what do I think you guys can expect? So with the sun, Mercury, Chiron, Venus, new moon, later on Neptune, in your first house, I think you guys are pretty much going to be experiencing, I would say, a redo on your confidence. For those of you that have been feeling a lack in confidence, whether this is with your money, like wanting to ask for a pay raise, or wanting to go for a new job, wanting to put yourself out there, wanting to try something new with your looks, whether it's a haircut, hair color, different, I don't know, makeup, clothes style, maybe just literally putting yourself out there, maybe on social media, whatever this looks like. But there's like a redo with that Venus going retrograde, and then later on Mercury goes retrograde, when it comes to what do you need to review here when it comes to you guys. For some of you, it's also going to be talking about healing. Either healing like your physical body, because maybe you haven't been taking care of it like you should have. With Uranus being in Taurus, this talks about, for some of you, and the South Node in Virgo in the 6th house, the body, like how you take care of your body. Some of you may not have been eating the proper foods that you should have. For some of you, this is manifesting where maybe you haven't been speaking up. Taurus, throat chakra. I would be surprised, to be quite honest, for my sun, moon, rising Aries to not be speaking up, but maybe this is how it's manifesting because Mercury rules Virgo. The South Node is here. I'm thinking more so this has to talk about work, the place of work. But again, it's going to be talking about daily regimen, your schedule, needing to add like something for your body, like an exercise routine, in order to change like your emotional realm, with Mars being in Cancer in the 4th house. Mars rules Aries. That's why I'm going there. I think for some of you, you're definitely moving, because Mercury is in your 1st house, Venus is in your 1st house, Mars, the ruler of Aries, is in Cancer, home. So what else do I think? Again, there's definitely a shakeup when it comes to your money. How much money you make, is it enough? Also, what are you guys looking for when it comes to relationships? With that Lilith in Libra, there's probably anger around relationships not being fair. And with that stellium in your 1st house in Aries, you guys are like focused either on yourselves or focused on what it is you want in relationships. This way, you can feel emotionally fulfilled with that Mars in Cancer. I do think a lot of you may be arguing. I would say there's definitely some type of, for some of you, things going on wherever you live, like arguments with property, or like your living situation. This could also be pushing you guys to move, or just arguments with the mother as well. That North Node in Pisces in the 12th house is like pushing you guys to either, is to literally heal your mind. Like I would say, heal whatever needs to, heal. If it's connected to love, if it's connected to your limited beliefs on yourself, because Pisces, do you guys have faith? I think a lot of you may have lost the passion for, XYZ. And this is definitely what you guys are being tested on this month in March. There's a big test when it comes to a belief and having faith again, like needing this desperately restored. Because if there's one thing I know about Aries energy, it's that if we lose the passion, we're just a walking body. We're not Aries anymore. Like, we need passion. Otherwise, it's like we're dead. What else do I want to say? With Neptune in the first house, this gives me James Dean vibes because of that sun. It's giving me like Pisces 5th house energy, which is like the sun in Pisces in 5th house. Like, it's James Dean energy. I don't know how to explain it. I think there's going to be a lot of misunderstandings about you guys during this time. A lot of illusions for sure. What else? I think you guys with Saturn in that 12th house, and once Mercury and Venus go back into your 12th house in retrograde, you guys are encouraged from spirit to go after some type of dream that you guys have. You guys will definitely also be having dreams from spirits or whatever it is you believe in. Universe, Source, the divine. So keep a dream journal if you can. You guys are encouraged to go to either heal yourselves or have faith again, especially with Juno retrograde in Sagittarius. Well, Juno will be going retrograde, and this is soulmate energy. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be like an actual soulmate. For those of you that, you know, don't believe that you'll ever love again, or, you know, you're lovable, or that you'll, you know, find love, then I feel like this transit would be igniting that for you guys. Otherwise, I feel like this is more like just love with the divine, or love for life again. You know, like, what is it? Wanderlust or something like that, especially with Jupiter being the ruler of Sagittarius in your 3rd house in Gemini. I think you guys could be learning or taking an interest in something like this at this time. Since Mercury is the ruler of Gemini, it's in your 12th house, learning about different belief systems, and maybe even speaking upon it. Pluto in the 11th house in Aquarius, your friendships could be transforming at this time, changing. I think they could even be expanding your friends. Like, you could be gaining more friends at this time. I think also how you guys speak could be changing. You guys could be taking on a more powerful leadership position. Where else do I want to go? Lilith in Libra goes into Lilith in Scorpio. And then Vesta goes into retrograde in Scorpio. So I think you guys are going to literally be the magnet and allow people to come to you. And I'm talking about, like, when it comes to knowing your worth, like, especially with all that stuff like going on in Aries in your 1st house, you're not going to be chasing anybody. You're not going to be going after anything. You're going to be doing like law of attraction practices. That's another thing, Neptune magic. I think you guys will definitely be doing like affirmations, like, I am a powerful being, I am magic, blah, blah, blah. Things of that nature. It's a very Lilith in the 8th house in Scorpio is very magnetic. What else do I want to say here? Mars in the 4th house in Cancer. Still, you know, inner turmoil, I feel like, with emotions. Try not to allow emotions or feelings to dictate which direction you're going to move towards. But you may allow that. What else? Uranus, before it goes into Gemini, it's still trying to encourage you guys to really be in touch with some type of innovative idea when it comes to either what it is you really value, like what's close to your heart, or an innovative idea when it comes to your money, how you can make money, or like the type of money you should be making, you know, and being in touch with like your confidence and why you're worth X amount. So there's going to be a full moon in Virgo in your 6th house, and then there's going to be a new moon in Aries in your 1st house. New moon, the full moon for some of you is going to be illuminating literally something about your body, health-wise. For some of you, how to better take care of this. And then for the new moon in Aries in your 1st house, this is going to be having faith in yourself, confidence. You can do whatever it is you want because you're Aries. What else? And I'm saying that because the new moon is going to be in 9 degrees. It is also a solar eclipse. It is super powerful. The same with that full moon. It's a lunar eclipse. So that is also going to be powerful. Something will be illuminated when it comes to the place of work or your daily regimen, your schedule, and how something probably needs to be fixed, Virgo energy. And Aries energy with that new moon solar eclipse, something you guys need to take action towards, and you guys will literally be feeling the voice of spirit telling you, you can do it. So yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck in the month of March.